Hi guys, Nykaa Pink Friday sale is almost here. I've already got the notification that the sale is right around the corner. Today is the 19th of November. It is probably for Privy members. It could be starting from tomorrow onwards. So, what I thought today is let me do a get ready with me where I'm going to apply all the products on me and will recommend what I love. Okay, I have a bunch of products here, and honestly, guys, I only want to recommend what I actually end up using. I have a lot of makeup. I am a makeup junkie. I love luxury makeup. I love affordable makeup. I need to try a lot of makeup, whatever is new in the market. I have a very strong pull to go buy and try it myself. Um, and today for this video, I'm going to help you put your money in things that are worth it. Okay, so I have a lot of luxury makeup brands which go on a very good discounted price during these Pink Friday sales, the hot pink sale, the Pink Friday sale, whatever Nykaa does. And I feel it's very wise to you know save, make use of these sales to buy expensive products which you would on normal, when there is no sale, there is a pinch that you feel to buy. So let's get started with the video. And in this specific video, it's all high end luxury. I'm not showcasing any budget brands. But if you want me to do this version, like recommendations for budget brands, let me know. I will be happy to help. Okay, so let's start with I have nothing on my face. This is bare skin, and my skin is doing pretty okay. I have been only dealing with a lot of dryness, and I have pretty dry skin. And what I'm going to start with is a nice amount of a spray. For the spray, I like using the Dalba one, and this is the white truffle skin calming one. Okay, there are two versions. This is the pink one. Um, so what I do is start with a damp face like this, and it feels very fresh, hydrating. What I love about this is it's very calming, it's very beautiful, it smells lovely. Sometimes I have two options. One is the Dalba one and other one is the Caudalie one. Both are good. I use both of them. This is my third or fourth bottle. This one is my first bottle and I am down here. So this I have tried for many years and I love it, but I also love this one now. So I have also recommended this last year. So this smells very summery, fresh. Okay, it has a lot of citrusy notes, and it just wakes up my skin. This helps a little more on the hydration part. So I like using both. So now you can decide which one do you want to try. This is a little more expensive. This probably retails for around 4,200 rupees. This is probably around 1,500. I'm not sure exactly, but you will get these on discounts during this sale. After I've hydrated my skin, I like to use a toner. And since I have very, very dry skin, I like using the ordinary um, Saccharomyces ferment. I hope I'm pronouncing it correctly. It's the Milky toner, okay? And this is by the Ordinary. And what I like to do is just take that much amount. It's like milk, guys. It smells also like raw milk, and it hydrates the skin very, very beautifully. If you are dry skin like me and you struggle getting that glowy makeup look on yourself, this is something that you need to absolutely give a shot. This is a 100 ml bottle of the Ordinary. I'm not sure if you get a smaller bottle to try, but this is the 100 ml bottle, and It says a gentle exfoliating toner with yeast ferment technology, and that's how it looks. It's literally like a tiny milk bottle. The packaging is cute, simple, but you can expect like what you expect from ordinary. And it retails, I'm not sure how much it retails for. It doesn't say on this bottle. It has an outer cardboard packaging, and this is what I use as my toner. Next, now you can already see my skin is glowing. There's no stickiness, nothing, but it adds a beautiful glow to my face, which I absolutely enjoy. Second is a serum. Okay, so for serum, I have two which I use either night, one in the night, one in the day, or back to back both. Also, if I'm very, very dry that day. This is also by Ordinary, and this is called the Soothing Barrier Support Serum. This one specifically I use when like my skin is just too dry, okay, and it's like itchy dry. So I just take a tiny amount and pat it on my skin like that. This is very, very calming for people who have dermatitis, contact dermatitis, kind of on the edge of eczema. I had eczema, I had contact dermatitis, and this helps me a lot. It doesn't treat it, but kind of helps soothe very irritated skin. Okay, I hope you understand what I'm trying to say here. This doesn't treat it. So if you have contact dermatitis, don't rely on this. You need other medications. But if you have like very, very dry, itchy, irritated red skin and cracked skin, this is going to help relieve it because it's very, very calming and soothing, moisturizing. And the serum is pink in color. Okay, and this is a little pricey. This is a 30 ml bottle. This is a 100 ml bottle. So this, I don't think you get a bigger bottle. This is probably you get a 60 ml. I'm not sure, but I buy the 30 ml one. I travel, so when I travel, this is a must have for me in my travel kit. I like to use the smaller bottle. So that is about the serum. Next serum that I absolutely love is the Charlotte Tilbury Crystal Elixir. You can see how much I love it. This is over, guys. This is my this one is my third bottle. I have finished two bottles of this one. I love it. It's so beautiful. It gives that ethereal glow. It is made with crystal infused. It is a crystal infused serum for younger looking miracle skin. And since I've used two bottles of this, I thought why not get the bigger one. This is expensive, guys. So, but Charlotte Tilbury has very good discounts during the Pink Friday sale on Nykaa. So, I would recommend get your hands on maybe a smaller bottle, see if you like it and want to invest in a bigger one. So, this one I use almost every at least once a day, if not twice. I also use it. So this is how the packaging is. You can just pump out a tiny, you need just a tiny amount, and it just feels so good, guys. I just can't explain how luxurious this serum is. If you want that glowy makeup, it also is a very good primer underneath your makeup, because it has that tacky feel to it. Okay, it's not heavy, it's very moisturizing, it's very luxurious. This is just a cult favorite. Okay, this is a cult beauty favorite, and I think I will never stop buying this. This is it. I love it. Whatever, you can judge me for it, but I love it. Okay, I'm a big fan of Charlotte Tilbury products, and I hope I am going to be a fan for a long time now. Okay, moving on. Next is the time for moisturizer. So for moisturizer, I have been using this for many, many years now. I don't know how many tubes of this I've bought, but this one is one of my favorites. It's not that this is my only moisturizer. I love it. I have other moisturizers too. Like, I also love, being a very dry skin girl, I also like the Charlotte Tilbury Magic Creme. It's a very good time to buy these products. The Embryolisse Le Creme is also very good, extremely helpful for dry skin. It's a multi-purpose cream. You can use it as a face mask for very dry, dehydrated skin. You can use it to remove makeup. You can use it to moisturize, prime, and it gives a very beautiful effect if you layer it underneath your makeup like a full coverage drying foundation. So does this Charlotte Tilbury Magic Cream. Both of these are very thick creams, okay? Mind you, if you have very dry skin like me, only then go for these. If you have normal to combination oily, this is not going to work for you, okay? I'm so sorry, I can't recommend things for people with oily skin because I don't have oily skin and I don't know how is it going to sit on you. I can't try um, drying products on my skin, because if I try drying moisturizers or matte finish things, the next day I have very, very dry, irritated skin, so I can't do it on myself. So this is what I would recommend for moisturizer. Okay, let me show you the texture of this one. This is the Embryolisse Le Creme Concentrate, and the Charlotte Tilbury one is also a very, very similar. It's tad bit thicker. So see, this is the consistency of the Charlotte Tilbury one. This is the Embryolisse one. Okay, so on one side of my face, I'm going to use the Charlotte Tilbury one, and on the other side, I'm using the Embryolisse one. Both smell, both have fragrances in it, and it's very mild, guys. It's nothing that irritates my skin or my nose. I'm okay with fragrance in my skincare. I'm not allergic to it, nor does it bother me. And this is how it looks like on my face. The rest, I'm just going to use it on my hands. Even my hands are very dry, so whatever is left on my hands, I'd like to use it. On the back of my hand, I like to use it all over my hands. Okay. This is probably a little more emollient. This is thicker. It's the texture of the Charlotte Tilbury is like Nivea, very thick. This one is a little more lighter, but both are equally hydrating. That's about the moisturizers. Next comes sunscreen. So for sunscreen, I have been recommending this for a long, long time now. This year, this is what I have been using. I think I started using it after, towards the end of last year. And I have been always recommending this one. Since I have dry skin, this works very, very beautifully on me. You just need a tiny amount. And the best part is it sits so beautifully on your skin under makeup, doesn't ball up, doesn't peel, nothing of that sort. And it leaves a beautiful glow on your skin, which is always a plus. Moving on, another sunscreen recommendation is this one. Okay, this is the Bioderma Photoderm Fluid Max. This is SPF 100. If you are a minimal girly, okay, you just want a tint, have some a skin tint, have some lip tint, and you're done for the day. This is something that you can try. Okay, so let me just apply it and show it to you also. So this is the 100 SPF uh, tinted sunscreen. I'm going to apply just a tiny bit because I already have the beauty of Josean, and this has a very, very tiny amount of tint. Okay, it is not heavy coverage. It's not going to give you any coverage as such, but this is how it's going to look on your skin. Okay, So you can see it leaves a very natural finish. It's not going to hide any blemishes, but it is just going to make your skin glow. Okay. And if you're going on a beach holiday, if you're going to be outdoors a lot, this is going to protect your skin very well because it is SPF 100. And I love Bioderma as a brand. I love their uh, micellar water, their moisturizers, and this has a very beautiful texture. Okay, this sunscreen is very very easy to use. You hardly need any time to blend it in, since it's tinted. It's very easy to use. It doesn't leave any white cast. It blends in quickly, and you are left with a beautiful glow. Um, this one, I'm not sure if there are any discounts at the moment, but if you find the Nykaa Black Pink Friday sale, the Nykaa Pink Friday sale is very, very dynamic, guys. You need to check every single day if there are certain offers on certain brands. There are flash sales once in a while on specific brands, so you need to be uh, quite hooked on to the app to see if your favorite brands that you're eyeing or looking at are on sale. Okay, so whenever you see these on discounts, just grab them. So that is about the sunscreen. And now, if you're okay with this, if you don't have a lot of pigmentation on your face, this is good enough. Or you can move ahead and go for a lightweight foundation. Before a foundation, I like to use some kind of a primer. Um, there are two options which I like to use. One is the Charlotte Tilbury one, okay, the flawless filter. This is one of my favorite primers to get a glowy, dewy finish. Second is by Milk, and this one I'm not sure if you will get this at Nykaa, but since around the Black Friday you will get sales in Tira, you will get sales in Sephora, so you can pick this up. Okay, it is the Elf one. The Elf gripping primer is a dupe of this one, so you can pick that one up because it's very hydrating. It makes sure that your makeup is on place for a long, long period of time. Okay, so this I'm not going to apply this because I'm focusing on the Nykaa sale. But this, since I love it, I thought of mentioning it. Okay, so that's the Milk Hydro Grip Primer. A dupe of this is the Elf one. I've not tried it though, but I've seen a lot of reviews, people claiming that the Elf Hydro Grip Primer is a dupe of the Milk one. So moving on to the Charlotte Tilbury Primer, the Flawless Filter. I have the shade 4 Medium, and this is such a glowy, beautiful, you know, it's it's not exactly a primer, it's kind of a highlighter, but when you use it underneath your foundation, and if you're using a lightweight foundation, not a very heavy foundation, it kind of shows through. Okay, it adds a beautiful glow to your face, and it looks very ethereal, so that's why I like it. It barely has any coverage. Okay, it doesn't have any coverage. It can be used above your foundation, it can be used underneath your foundation. If you use a full coverage foundation underneath, on top of this, the purpose of this is not met, because you will hide the glow. But if you use a sheer to medium kind of a foundation on top of this, it is going to add to the glow of your face. So this is what I would recommend you for a primer if you have very, very dry skin. Okay. So that is my primer recommendation. Moving on, I would highly recommend the Shiseido Revitalessence Skin Glow. Okay, this is such a beautiful, lightweight, everyday kind of a foundation. If you have, it's a tint. Okay, it's a tint. So I have two tint options. One is this one, the Shiseido one, and the other one is the Chanel one. Okay, I've just come back from my Paris trip, and throughout the trip, I have been using this Chanel Ultra Tient, and before that, I traveled to Krabi, and I have been using this tint every single day on my face. So these two tints I have been using every single day during my past two travels. I don't like using foundations when I'm traveling. I like to keep my skin light, free, breathable. So I like using tints. So for tints, these are my two recommendations. The texture of these are very different. Okay, this one is pretty watery. Okay, you can see how runny this is, and the Chanel one is pretty thick. Okay, it's not as runny. So I have used the Chanel one in my previous video, where I'm doing a French Parisian look. So make sure that you check that out to see the texture of that. But these are very lightweight coverage. Okay, this is not something that you would expect any kind of a full coverage effect. So I'm just going to blend that into my face and show you uh, how light the coverage is. So, if you are a minimalist kind of a girl where you don't want a full coverage every single day, this is something that you would absolutely love. And I'm not sure if Chanel will come up with any discount, but you get some bulk discounts during the Nykaa sale. Like if you shop for 3,000, you get 500 off. So you can use that opportunity to bag a Chanel tint. Okay, Chanel is available on Nykaa, and if you have any coupons, if you have um, any bulk discounts, you can grab this one so that you make the most of this time. Now, moving on to a full fledged foundation, I have the Charlotte Tilbury ones. I have it in two shades. I love it. I absolutely love these two foundations. I have in the color 4 and 6. 5 was not available, always out of stock. So 5 is my actual shade. So when I first wanted to try it, it was not available. So I bought 4, and I got also 6. Okay, so I mix them both and use it on my skin. So I get my exact skin tone because I can decide the proportion whether I want 4 more or I want 6 more. So your skin color is not always constant. During winters you are paler, during summers you are tanned. Sometimes you need a little more brightness, while sometimes you need a little bit of the darker pigments. So I feel when you have two different tonalities of one single foundation that you absolutely love, it's very much in your control whether you want a darker finish or a lighter finish based on your complexion at that moment in time. Okay, so that's why I have two of them. So 4 is pretty light, pretty light, but I use it to highlight whenever I need a little more brightness on my skin. And this is 6. Okay, so this one is 6 and this one is 4. So that is 4 and this is 6. So what I do is I like to mix both, and just I use very tiny amount of foundation. I don't use a heavy hand, um, because I have mature skin. I'm 40 for reference, and I do have fine lines because I have very dry skin. If you have oily skin, your skin is not going to age as fast. But if you have dry skin, fine lines and these things may start showing up earlier. So this is what I like to use. And that's the reason why I like to prep my skin very, very well before I use any kind of things, any kind of makeup that gives coverage. Because anything that gives coverage is drying, is thick, and it may accentuate fine lines. So I just took maybe not even half a pump, I think a tiny bit, just a tiny, like half of a pump. Okay, that much is what I just to drop two of those, and I still have so much left on the back of my hand. So I would not waste it and just apply it around my jawline and pull it onto my neck. For today's makeup, I'm not using brushes, much of it, because I want to keep it simple. I want to just talk about products, not about how you can apply them or how they apply the best. So, just makeup recommendations that I end up using almost every day in real life. So, that's how my skin is looking at the moment. These are going to, you know, last you such a long time, guys. It's such a good it's such a good investment in your makeup kit, because the quantity is pretty good. You get how much you get quite a lot of I think this is the 30 ml bottle, if I'm not sure. You get 30 ml of bottle, and you get good discounts on these during these sales. So if you want to try these foundations, this is the best time to try it. Okay. The next thing that I would want to talk about is makeup setting sprays. Okay. So once you have your foundation on, just set it and lock it. Okay. This is going to make your makeup last a lot more longer, and it holds it in place. So there are two choices. One is this MAC Fix Plus, and the other one is this Airbrush Flawless Setting Spray. Both are my favorite. I don't look at any other setting sprays because these are good for your skin. It doesn't harm your skin, it doesn't have alcohol, and it doesn't dry up your skin. So just set it and lock it. Once that dries off, your this layer is set intact. Okay, it will not budge around as much. So next, what I'm going to talk about is, like, you can stop here. Okay, and I would like to talk about tints. So I am a huge sucker of tints. I have the Benefit tints in three colors. This is the original one, this is the raspberry one, and this is the dark cherry one. So in my last sale recommendations, I recommended the original one. I love it. I'm like almost there, used a lot. And I have also purchased the new release, two additional colors by Benetint, the dark cherry and the raspberry. You can see a full video I did on my channel comparing these tints. This is a very good buy if you love tints, and this is something that you can use on a daily basis. So if you like minimal everyday makeup, you can just go about a face skin tint, some lip tint, and some cheek tint. Blend it quickly because it sets very quickly, so you need to be very fast with your hands, with your fingers. Tap it in the moment you lay it on your cheeks. A little on the nose, and just a little on the chin and the temples. Not the temples, the forehead. So these are the places where I get color when I am out in the sun. So I like to mimic that. So you can stop right here if you are a minimalistic beauty. You don't like too much. You want to show off your beautiful skin, flawless skin, and just have some tint. You can stop here and let me show you the dark cherry one also on top of this. So I like to mix these two colors. Make sure that you quickly blend it, okay? You can also use it on your bare skin without anything. It doesn't dry, but it is very, very long lasting, you guys. It is super long lasting. You have it once in the morning while you're doing your makeup, and it is going to last all day till the time you take your makeup off. Okay, it's not going to budge anywhere anytime soon. So you can stop right here if you are a minimalist. Just do your brows and done. So for your brows, I have the Precisely My Brow. This is something that I absolutely adore. It is such a beautiful, everyday kind of a pick me up thing. If you don't have time to do anything, you just do your tint and your brows and you're out the door. You don't need anything else, okay? And it is very, very long lasting. So, what I like to do is just focus on the beginning of my brows, because if I accentuate the beginning of my brows, it's like it gives the illusion of a thicker, bushier, more youthful looking brows. And towards the end, I just do just a few strokes, okay? Not much. So it makes my life very, very easy. I have some cheaper alternatives to this. Um, Let me know in the comment section if you want me to do an affordable version of this Nykaa sale recommendations. I will show you what products I would want to recommend in that category. All right. So for now, for today, I am recommending the Precisely My Brow. This is in the color 4. Okay, this is in the color 4. Since I don't, it doesn't have. This is a mini version. I think I bought it in the duty free while I was traveling, so it doesn't have a brush on the other hand, on the other end. Okay, so I'm using a spoolie from somewhere else just to brush it through and done. So you barely spend a few minutes on your brows and you have such nice brows. If you don't like to use a pencil for a brow wax, I would recommend Precisely My Brow Wax. This is also by Benefit, and this is a tinted one, okay? So it has some tint. It is in the color 4.5, and if you are a brunette, you have brown hair, this is something that you would, this will suit you. So it is a tinted brow basically, okay? So you can use a clear wax, but I feel when you use a tinted brow wax, it kind of fluffs your brows by giving it a boost of color, and you get that oomph factor. So, like using it. So you basically brush your brows in the opposite direction. So maximum amount of pigment get laid on to your brow hair, and then you brush it upwards and you get this boy brow kind of a brushed look, and I absolutely adore it. It makes your face look more youthful when you have bushy brow, if you have bushy thick brows. And I never ever pluck my brows, I never ever thread my brows. I leave it all natural, I leave it as is it is, because I don't like the look of thin brows. I have a huge face, and I think my brows frame my face. Um, I don't think it actually does for everyone. So, taking that into consideration, I like to keep my brows thick and bushy, and I want to make it as bushy as I can. Since I have scanty brows, as you may see. Moving on, what I would recommend you next is a concealer. Okay, so you're done. You can walk out the door with these many recommendations, like not all of them, but a serum, a moisturizer, a tint, a lip and cheek tint, brow wax, done. But if you want a little more glamour, you can try the NARS pot concealers. This is in the color medium 1.5 macadamia. Okay, I love this concealer, and what I like to do is just use a tiny fluffy brush like this. This is by Real Techniques. Swirl it around a little and just use it tiny amount under my eyes. So you can also take it with your fingers and just tap it if you want a heavier look and just blend it with a brush, or you can just do the previous method, like swirl it around in the pot and dab it where you need it. And you can add a little bit of brightness wherever you want. Okay, that is one. And the other one is by NARS, but it is the creamy concealer. This is in the color custard. So I like both of them. If I have a lot of dewiness going on my skin and I just want to mattify the area under my eyes, I like to go with this one in the shade macadamia. But if I have nothing on my face, my skin is pretty much bare, I have just a moisturizer and no absolute no tint on my face, no face tint or foundation or anything, and if face is feeling dry, I like to go for this NARS creamy one because this is pretty high coverage and it is very very creamy. Okay, it the this one is a little drying, so make sure that you use this spot one if you have oily skin or if you have a lot of products already on your skin. Okay, and this one is something that I like to use when I have nothing, like no foundation, nothing, no concealer, I mean no tint and no foundation, because it's more hydrating and creamy. And this I also keep it in my travel bag, which is why I have the mini version here. I have the backup of the full size versions, but I took this out from my travel size bag and I keep it in my handbag. When I'm just stepping out of a flight and I have to go somewhere, I just dab a little bit on my skin, because when you're out of AC, air conditioner, air conditioned areas, your skin tends to become dry. You don't have the time to moisturize your face, so you just use a spray, a hydrating spray, dot on a little bit of hydrating concealer and just step out. So this is very handy if you are dry skinned and you need something quick. Okay, you need a quick fix. In this, I use the color custard, and in this, I use the color macadamia. All right, so those are my two concealer recommendations. Next comes blush. Okay, so for blush, I have some options because I'm a big time blush girl. I have the Charlotte Tilbury one, the Too Faced Cloud Blush, and the NARS Multiple Blush. Okay, these are my three all-time favorite blushes. This year, I have been gravitating to using a lot of this one, the NARS one, since the time it has released in India. And also, I love these two. Especially now in winters, I think I will gravitate more towards this because it has a hydrating finish. So let me show you swatches. I've reviewed all of these in detail on my channel. So if you want to see that, you can go to my channel and see them. So this is the Charlotte Tilbury one. Okay, this is in the color Cherry Glow. It's a very beautiful, glowy kind of a blush. So I like to dab a little, not much, because I already have a tint going on. If you want to see a full-fledged review of that, you can go to my channel and search for Charlotte Tilbury Healthy Glow Stick. Okay, these are called Charlotte Tilbury Unreal Blush Healthy Glow Stick. This is how it looks like. So that is one recommendation. It's such a beautiful blush for the winter season. Next is this NARS one. I have it in the color Fling, and this is a gorgeous one. Okay, this is called multiples because you can use it in multiple ways. You can use it on your eyes, you can use it on your cheek, wherever you want, you can use it. It is a very easy, blurry kind of a finish, and stays put for a really, really long time. Okay, so that is what I would recommend for a blush. These two, and the other one, the Too Faced one, is a new edition. It just released, I think, last month, and you will find this on my channel, the full review of this. I will not swatch it because it's a very moussey, air whipped kind of a velvety texture. Okay, so this is in the color Headliner, and I think I mentioned it. The last one was in the color Fling. It's a mauvey pink color, and this one is a corally kind of a color. This is also a reddish kind of a color. So these are my blush recommendations for the Nykaa Pink Friday sale. Let me know which ones are your favorite if you have tried any of them. Okay. Now that we have the blush in place, let me talk about some kind of contouring product. What I like to use for contouring, especially when I was traveling now in Paris, I had a lot of space constraint in my luggage, so I didn't carry a contour stick. What I did is I had this lip liner from MAC. It's in the color grayish, and I used this to contour, and it worked so beautifully. It is such a tiny but mighty product. You can use it to line your lips, you can use it for your contour. You can just use a little on the sides of your face. Take a tiny brush and blend it away. And you have the most natural contour. Look at that. Supernatural snatched look. Okay, so that is it. The other option is this Fenty Beauty matte stick. Nykaa had Fenty before. I'm not sure if it is there still, but if you find this in the Sephora sale or in the Tira Black Friday sale, please grab this. Okay, so that is for contour. Let me find my NARS bronzer. Okay, For bronzer, I love the NARS Laguna 02 bronzer. This has quickly become my favorite because it gives the right amount of color. This is how it looks on the pan, and I just like to grab a brush and tap it on my face wherever I need some color. A tiny amount goes a long way with all of these products. These are very, very pigmented stuff, and you don't need a lot, okay? So this is what I would recommend for your bronzer. The NARS Laguna bronzer in the shade 02. If you are of my color, there are 3 4 more colors. I am NC25 for reference, and this is the perfect bronzing color for myself. Not too orange, not too much, but some color is there. Okay, moving on, time for some powder. Okay, we have had, oops, we have had enough of creamy stuff. Now some powder. I'm not recommending any powder blushes now, because since it's winter, I think cream blushes are something that we all gravitate towards. But let me know if you want to see some powder blush recommendations from me. I love all the Dior Glow blushes. I think I have all the shades from Dior Powder Glow, Radiant Glow blushes. So let me know if you want to see a swatch of that. Okay, moving on for the powder, I like to use the Airbrush Flawless Finish by Charlotte Tilbury. This is kind of my ultimate favorite setting powder. What I like to do is just take my brush, load it all, okay, work it on my hand so that I don't have too much, and just block areas where I don't want the shine, okay? Like under my eyes, around my mouth, and my nose. That's it. Okay, that's it. I like that kind of a finish. I'm not a full face of powder girl, because you know why? 10 times I think I've repeated I'm a dry person, dry girl, dry skin girl. And that's the reason I like minimal powder, like as little as I can. Moving on. This video is becoming too long, guys. I need to move ahead quickly. Moving on to a lip liner. I like MAC lip liners. I like Makeup Forever lip liners. MAC, the colors that you can go for is Spice, Cool Teddy. These 2 colors are very nice. Cool Spice, Cool Spice, I think, not Cool Teddy. I'm not sure. Cool Teddy, Cool Spice, kind of confused. But for Makeup Forever, from Makeup Forever, I keep using these 2 colors on and off. One is Anywhere Caffeine, and the other one is Up and Down Tan. Okay, Anywhere Caffeine is a brown toned uh, lip pencil, like that, and Up and Down Tan is kind of a little more rosy. It's a little more rosy. So since I have a lot of rosy tones going on, I'm going to use this today. Okay, that is Up and Down Tan. These lip liners are beautiful. They're creamy, stay long, doesn't dry your lips, and doesn't budge, doesn't peel or, ball up or anything of that sort. Feels comfortable on the lips for long hours. And the colors are so beautiful. There are a lot of colors you can pick from the Nykaa website, the app, and these are going to be on discount, I'm sure, because Makeup Forever has discounts on and off on Nykaa. So that is it for the lip liners. Moving on, I'm going to talk about a lipstick. Okay, so lipstick, I would like to recommend only two products, and products that are not much talked about on the internet. This is a good time to grab these if you have this soft corner for luxury makeup, luxury lipsticks. Charlotte Tilbury lipsticks are to die for. I have almost all of them. Like, I have all the Charlotte Tilbury lipsticks, the matte Revolution range, and the Hot Lips collection. So this one I would like you to try. If I know pillow talk is something that has been talked about all the time, everywhere, but there are a lot of other beautiful shades by Charlotte Tilbury which are not much talked about. If you want to pick up one such shade for Indian skin tones, I think this is a color that you must try. Look at bullet, guys. Look at this. You need to appreciate the amount of detailing, the beauty of this packaging, and the color is Mrs. Kisses. Okay, it's such a beautiful rosy color. It's going to look stunning on all Indian skin tones. Let me just show it to you. These kind of peachy rosy colors, oh my goodness, it looks so good on everyone. I have not seen one person who looks bad with a shade like this, and it is so comfortable, so luxurious. I just can't explain how it feels when you put on a Charlotte Tilbury lipstick. It is luxury. Okay, it's luxury on your lips, and I absolutely adore this shade. The next shade is by Givenchy, and it is their sheer velvet lipsticks in the color 16. It is called Rose Nude Boise, and I have shown this lipstick on one of my videos. You can go check that out. I'm not going to wear it because I'm already wearing this one. And let me show you a quick swatch of this here. It is such a beautiful my lips but better kind of a nude. If you're looking for a nude, okay, mind you, if you're looking for a nude, if you're a nude junkie, this is must have for you. Okay, it has that sheer very velvety kind of a finish, mauve cool toned nude, but perfect for any time of the day, night, anytime, with a smoky eye, with no smoky eye, with no makeup, nothing on your face but just this absolutely stunner. Okay, look at the packaging, guys. Look at the packaging. This can make such a beautiful gift for Christmas too. Both these products, these are very, very gift worthy. The packaging is to die for. It has velvet outer coverage, and it's such a treasure to have them. So these two are my recommendations for lipstick. Let me know if you want a detailed lipstick recommendation, like all shades, plums, reds, nudes, browns, whatever. Let me know. I would be happy to do that. So that covers all of it from the face perspective. Moving on to eyes, guys. I'm not done yet. Let me talk about eyes. So eyes, I have one palette recommendation. If you have to pick one palette, okay, and you are like me, I'm not talking about people who like a lot of junky, glittery, funky eye makeup. I am a very minimalist when it comes to my eyes. I like to keep my skin the focus, the lips the focus, the blush the focus, very much a face person, not an eye person. All right, not that I don't like eye makeup, but I put so much of time and attention doing my face that by the time I reach my eyes, I'm like exhausted, I'm done, I'm running out of time. So this is what I would recommend you. This is the MAC um, Connect in Color eyeshadow palette, the unfiltered nudes. Okay, and I'm a nude, I am a sucker for nudes. I If I have a nude palette, I'm done for my life. Okay, this is one palette. This is one such palette. This is my ride or die palette. You have all the colors that you would ever need in your life if you have this. You have the dark browns, you have the light browns, you have the shimmers, you have the mattes, you have warm, cool, everything you can think of in a nude palette. Okay, so let me just quickly show you what you can do with this. So you need a tiny fluffy blush brush like this. This is the Pro Arte brush. Looks like this. Okay, a tiny dome brush. Pick up any color. Okay, let me just pick up this, the lightest color here. Pick up that. Put it in the center. And there. Can you see the difference between this eye and this eye? Just that much is enough. And this is the lightest color in the palette, and you see the pigmentation of it. It's absolutely gorgeous. You don't need anything else. Look at that. It just lights up my eye with a minimal effort. Okay. I just did that. Picked a one lightest color in the palette, this one, and placed it on my lids, and I am done. Okay. You can also pick up a shimmery shade like this. Let me pick up this one. Place it right on top of that. So guys, this is my eyeshadow palette recommendation. Absolutely, hands down, the best money you will ever spend on an eyeshadow palette. Okay, this packaging is so sturdy. You can travel with it without having the risk of breaking it. It's compact. It's not that huge kind of a packaging. It's compact. It's sturdy. It has the colors that you need. All right. So that is it for an eyeshadow palette. Moving on to a liner. I love the Inglo uh, gel liner. It comes in a pot like this, and you can just use. I like to keep this silver foil intact. Just lift it and then put it back because it kind of helps it stay moist for a longer period of time. All right. So I like to use a tiny brush like that. I'm picking up the product, and I don't have a mirror right here. Let me just grab a mirror. So I'll just use this MAC mirror. So what I'm going to do is look straight and place it where I want the wing, like that. And make a triangle. Fill that triangle and just join. That's how it looks like. You can do this in the inner part, in the inner corner of your eyes too. And I leave the center blank. So that's my liner. If you want, you can take a little right under your lower lashes. Just dot it. So that's the eye makeup, guys. Okay, again, doing the other side. You just need a dip, a tiny dip into the pot. Look straight. Stamp it. Maybe extend the wing a little. Again, stamp it. Join this. And merge it with the center of your eyeball. Fill in this wing And there you have a half eyeliner, and just pull a little in the inner corner. Maybe if you need a little more, just that's it. And a little dotting, just stamp it under your lower lash line. That's it for the eyes. Such dramatic, beautiful eyes in a minute, with these power packed products. Okay, this is the Inglo gel eyeliner and a tiny flat brush. Okay, this is the Gliva tiny flat brush. You'll find it on Amazon. So those are my eye makeup recommendations. Moving on to the second last product, the mascara. I have two recommendations, and both are by not Real Techniques, sorry, Benefit. Okay, I love Benefit mascaras. They are absolutely beautiful, gorgeous. This one is they are real, and it's in tiny packaging. Um, this is how the wand looks like, and uh, you just I don't like spider clumpy lashes. I like to be minimal with my mascara, and this is how it looks like. For someone who has thin lashes, sparse lashes, um, this is a good product. Mascara is very personal, guys. For everyone, what I would recommend you may not work out for you. So you need to try a lot of mascaras before figuring out the perfect one that works for you every single time. This is one such product. I have had enough amount of mascaras. I've tried enough amount of mascaras. But finally, guys, this is what I love. This is what I have tried Dior, I have tried Lancome, I've tried every single thing, but somehow I keep coming back to this one, which tells a lot. Okay, and this is They Are Real by Benefit. I like to buy the tiny ones because the big ones dry out very quickly. So this is kind of a money saver technique. Mascaras dry out very very quickly, so you may buy two, three of them, but buy tiny ones. And the other one is Bounce by Benefit again. And this is something that I've tried this year, but I kind of like it um, because it kind of gives me some volume. Okay, this one gives me more length, this one gives me more volume. So, depending on what you want, whether you want volume, whether you want length, it's important to know what you're looking for, what you're going for. You need to be very intentional before buying anything, if you want to make use of that thing. Okay, otherwise it's such a waste. You're putting your hard earned money on something and you don't know what you're looking for, what you are aiming at. You may not end up using that product because you didn't know what it does. Okay, just a mascara won't help. You need to know exactly what that mascara does. Is it light on your lashes? Is it meeting all your needs? Is it giving you that lift you want? Is it giving you that volume? Is it giving you length? What is it that is doing it? What is it that it's doing for you? All right. So these two mascaras I like for two different reasons. One gives me volume, one gives me length. So depending on the mood I am in for, I use. Okay, sometimes I use both together. Sometimes I use just one. All right. So that is it for today's recommendation, guys. I'm so sorry this ran so long. And to set the makeup, I like to either use the MAC Fix Plus or the Airbrush setting spray. since I used the MAC one before, let me use the Charlotte Tilbury one for that one final spritz of setting. And that's it. I hope you liked this video, and let me know what are the products that you're trying to put in your wish list, and which are the ones that you would look forward to having in your makeup kit. All right, let me know if you want me to do an affordable version of this. I know a lot of you may not be interested in luxury, but this one is like me being authentic to you. These are the products that I end up reaching out over and over again all the time. Okay, so that's why I'm recommending these to you. So that's it for today's video. See you soon in my next one. Please subscribe for more such